On a normal day kissed by sunset, a guy cleans up what seems to be his house after a long day. We see him smiling and singing a tune as he works, and with a few more scrubs, he completes his cleanup and smiles at his handiwork. The scene is just so beautiful and serene that you would love to be there in person until you see the other two people in the room. The guy looks to the side at them and I blurred this out, but you probably have an idea of what it is. The serenity is immediately broken and the scene takes a dark turn, giving off a creepy vibe. Why would someone have this type of smile, or any type of smile for that matter, in this situation? I'm not sure, but that is the expression of the main character, Myung-ho. We'll call him Ho for short. He kind of gives off Johan Liebert's monster vibes, but I doubt if he's going to match up to him. Either way, the day fades away, and on that same scene, we see the arrival of a new set of people. There are officers all around the building and they are observing the sparkling clean crime scene. What's weird is that something similar just happened in a place so far away from where they are that the cases can't be connected, or so the officers say. Anyway, away from all that, Ho speeds down the highway and smiles as he hears the news report about the crimes. By the way, before the story throws you off, we still don't know if he actually committed those crimes. We were only shown when he was cleaning up the scene. But with his smile and calmness that must have come from experiencing stuff like that numerous times, I doubt he's any type of good guy. Anyway, reaching a far off place, he dumps the car in a lake and decides to stay in his grandmom's house, which is in a village in the middle of nowhere, I think. But before he takes a step, a shadow appears right behind him and speaks. The shadow comes into view and we see it's an old man who seems to have some loose screws.
Who are you?
Are you from the village?
Are you deaf? I asked who you are.
At this moment, the old man's daughter comes and calms him down and then talks with the whole nigger. He tells her how he's come to live there with his grandmom, but then she breaks the news to him. His grandmom had already passed away 3 years ago and was laid down, and then she gets reasonably confused as to why he doesn't know that and wasn't there for her burial, to which the whole nigger gets in her face and says the 3 magic words. You think I didn't know that? Bruh, that doesn't explain why you weren't there though. Anyway, Ho gets to his grandmom's house and enters with the key he found hidden on the porch. But on entering, he notices something weird immediately. He noticed that 100% of the viewers haven't subscribed to the channel. So subscribe, yeah. Anyway, he notices that the house is completely clean, almost like someone currently lives there. And while his mind is on it, his attention is drawn by a knock on the gate. He walks to it and opens it up to see an elderly man and like 5 guys, who he later knows to be the village chief and a few villagers. After a few back and forths between him and the chief about his identity, a small scuffle breaks out when this Nendo looking guy completely crashes out and attacks him. After they settle everything and the villagers start leaving, things get even more eerie. I know, right? Like, how could it? It's not like the name of the manhwa is Mysterious Village. The chief turns back and smiles at the shadow on the roof of the house, then leaves. On a closer look, the shadow is a horrific figure with the visage of a human swinging its arms about. Immediately the villagers leave, the girl from before, who has a senile pops out from the bushes and pops a popcorn on his face. No acne. Bars! Seems like she might be crushing on the boy. Anyway, she hands him a pillow and sheets, then leaves. When Ho gets back inside the house though, he notices something hidden in the pillow, something related to ghosts. Is she trying to harm him? No, the thing inside the pillow is a talisman for keeping ghosts away. So next day he confronts her and she looks surprised that he found out about it. Then he looks her in her eyes with a smile tugging at his lips, leans in closer and says,
"You thought I was feeling you?"
Then tears it up in her face. Okay, that's cap. He really only said he doesn't believe in ghosts before shredding the talisman right in her face and leaving. Apart from that, everything else is going great. Not really, but I must say the art is doo-doo, respectfully. Though it's way better than I can draw right now, but the fight scenes look like they are missing a few elements. Anyway, the next day, things get interesting. Ho is led by the girl to a meeting with the chief and the villagers. As he gets there, he's asked to choose a role to play in the village, but he refuses and walks off. In the house, the other villagers are livid at him and ask the head to punish him, but he said he will leave that to his mother. Bruh, this guy looks a million years old. What's he talking about his mother? Oh, that makes sense. His mom is a fucking idol. Not that kind of idol, you goofball. A false idol that he prays to or performs some kind of ritual to. Okay, so this manhwa has entered the realm I don't want to be invested in, so I'll end it here. Overall, I'm just confused as it doesn't seem to be put together well. I don't know if it gets better later on, but I've been struggling just to read it. Everything just seems random and haphazard, and the art, let's just say it leaves much to be desired. Turns out the author, Yellow Sheep, also has another work titled Her Bucket List, which is surprisingly a romance manhwa. How you go from horror to romance or vice versa so quickly? Anyway, by the way, no hate to Yellow Sheep. They might be an indie artist or someone who's just trying stuff out, and that's okay. Anyway, now you have 3 choices before the video ends: to like the video, comment, or subscribe. But there's a secret 4th option: to do all of the above. Anyway, how did you all like this style? I've had this one in the pocket for a minute, but chose to do more current popular shows. I also made a Discord called Band Coms. Should I release it? But anyway, ciao.